With our code refactored and in a good state, we're going to use our AI assistant to help us with test-driven development. Test-driven development with an AI assistant is similar to traditional test-driven development, except we need to prompt our assistant to let it know that we only want to work iteratively, one test at a time in our red-green-refactor loop. Using our test-driven development approach, we're going to ask it to help us out. We will make sure that we let it know that we want to follow TDD. I need to help me out. I want to take a test-driven development approach following the red-green-refactor loop. Could you please provide me with a test and only continue when I have indicated that I have a failing test in my case? And when I am ready, we can go to the implementation. Please only provide one step at a time so I can work through your loop. Sure, let's get started by writing a test for conjured items. We'll create a new test file called the Gilded Rose test and add a test case for conjured manna cake. Well, let's take this test and we're going to go over to our Gilded Rose test. And what we're going to see is when we run our test, we're going to have a failure. Great. We have a failing test. Now let's implement the logic for conjured items in the Gilded Rose class. We'll update the update quality method to handle conjured items. All right, we have a failing test. Now let's implement the logic for the conjured items in the Gilded Rose class. We'll update the update item quality method to handle conjured items. Here's the updated code. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to hit a button. Just go through and I'm going to accept that one. And what else did it do? It looks like it added our conjured item. That successfully added our new code in line. We're going to run our tests. Our test still passed, but what we can see is that we haven't hit this line right here. This is great. And we move on to the next test that verifies that the quality is degraded twice as fast when it is passed. Let's add a new test case for that. Beautiful. So we're going to grab this test case and we're going to paste it over here. Okay. And then let's run our test again. And with that, we've implemented our feature, but now we're at the refactor loop. So what can we do? I noticed that we've added a couple new test cases. These could probably be folded into our existing parameterized test. Let's say, can we refactor this test to include our new test cases in our parameterized test? And it's like, sure, here we go. It's gone through and edited our new test cases. So you just hit the apply again and hit accept, and it moves things to where we need to go. Run our test one more time. Great.